What up, y'all? All right. So, I'm finna make a beat using Ableton. I haven't done this in a while on just straight Ableton, but uh, my man was talking to me, and we was talking back and forth about Ableton, and he was like, "Man, you should do a tutorial so I can see it." And I'm like, "All right, yeah, I'll do that." So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, we're gonna start it from scratch. Cool, cool. All right. So if any of y'all know me, y'all know that I usually use my MPC, my trusty MPC, and I'll build up in my MPC, and then I'll import in Ableton, and I'll finish it up in Ableton. But this time we're gonna try to work strictly from Ableton. I might still go to my MPC because that's what I'm comfortable with nowadays. But what we're gonna do is we're going to add some sample loops. Excuse me. Build a drum track on top of that. Maybe add some chords. Okay, and then we're gonna print it to audio. Do a few things as far as mixing wise to it, and then at the end of the day, print it as actual mastered track, and there we go. Okay, so nothing too serious, nothing too banging. You know, of course, I'm not gonna try not to make nothing whack, but you know, it is what it is. All right. So I never really just start with sample loops, but that's what we're gonna do because I'm not in that creative spirit right now, so that creative place right now. So, all right, let me see that little window I just clicked in my browser window. So you see these here, these little triangles around the edges. Those are different windows you can open within Ableton. Okay, so your browser window. I think these are your notes. No, I'm sorry, these are your devices. Okay, that one there is to get rid of your devices. Okay, then you got your browser. Your browser is all laced with everything that you need. If you just open straight out the box, this is what you're going to see: MIDI, audio, instruments, drums, sounds, user library, and that's going to be it. Okay, all this other stuff you got to add yourself by simply clicking add folder, going to where you want your sounds to be located at, and then it'll pop up here. So for me, this is actually my MPC Live. Okay, I installed a hard drive in it, and this is where I keep most of my sounds at now. Okay, so like I said, we're gonna start off with a sample loop. I got a pretty good loop library, so because of the type of track I'm talking about making, we're gonna keep it real simple. We're just gonna go with just a quick little melody type thing, whatever. So we're gonna go with focus. We're gonna go with focus. I think that's pretty good for what I want to get across. Let's see. Let's play that again. All right, this is how you play it. I'm sorry, I was tapping based off of what I thought it sounded like. All right, so here, let's just drag it over, okay? So you got your loop out of your browser. Just drag it over. Boom. It immediately becomes an audio file. Let's open it up by double clicking it, okay? You can also shrink it. Now down here at the bottom, this little view right here. So if I had a effect or something right here, if I click this little window, that's what would be here. I think we're eventually gonna put an effect there. Then we're gonna put a filter on there, maybe an EQ. If you wanted to see the wave file, it's that little folder right there. All right, so if you're looking, you see you got your loops, your loop bars and your start stop bars, okay? Your start stop is on the bottom. Your loop window is right here, okay? So we're just gonna do a quick 4-bar, all right? I don't think this is on beat, actually. So it didn't warp it for whatever reason. Usually there'll be a crap ton of warp markers making this where it was just like on beat, okay? But I don't see any warp markers. For whatever reason, it didn't warp it. But that's okay. We'll warp it ourselves, okay? Because I definitely don't think it's 77 BPMs. It was slow. Let's see. All right, so we gotta press play. Oh, loop isn't engaged. So if the loop isn't engaged, it's gonna stop whenever you press, whenever it reaches, for here, it's gonna be 4 bars. It's gonna stop. So Loop engage. Play. Let's turn this off. Man, that's so slow. I can't catch it. Yeah, that's ooh, that's slow. Yeesh. So we're gonna do this by ear. We're gonna do it by ear, okay? That's where I think it's gonna end that loop. Nope, missed it. Okay. So there's space in the beginning. I didn't catch that in the beginning. So let's get that zoom. Yep, there it go. That should have been it. Really. Set 1-1 there. So what I did for that is I just did a right click, warp from here, and I'm gonna crop it because I don't need all that extra stuff. I don't need all this. That's just tying up my memory. See what I'm saying? So let's do this. I don't need that extra stuff. So what I want to do is so I just move my loop point on the sampler. I think that's gonna be it. Yes. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna crop the rest of that. So I'll right click it, I click crop sample. And it's gonna crop from your start stop, not your loop, your start stop, okay? So for me, I like to see what else is there by playing with it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reverse this. That seems to be the new end thing now. So let's reverse it. Ooh, make the start there. Let's see. So I reversed it. Now I'm keeping the same loop. I'm just changing the start point. That's kind of hot. Ooh, that's kind of hot. Ooh. So I'm just going to do a 2-bar from here. 2. And if I do this right, it should be good. Let's see. Ooh, wait a minute. So I wanted to start back here actually. It made its own mind to start there, which I don't like. So actually, so what I want to do is I want to see where this ends at. Oh. So what I'm gonna do is hold on, crop sample means. Oh, I like that. All right, so for me to make this work, I'm going to have to move this end up to make it a even two. Yeah. See what I just did to that? Y'all peep what I just did, right? Okay. Crop. Woo! Yeah. Let's find a loop to go underneath that. So we're just working with just loops right now. All right. So what I want to do is I want to find a percussion loop, something to give me my groove. So like I got some tools and stuff, and for whatever reason I didn't put it on this, so I don't know what key this is in. Just off listening to it, I could find it. It's pretty simple. But there's tools out there that you can use to label all of your samples, so that you know what key they're in, and it's easier for you to find them. Find out, and you can mix and match and stuff like that. Because there's a bunch of stuff I could just layer a bunch of different loops on top of this with, but that's a whole nother discussion. So let's go through some of these. I like that right there. I like that. I think that might be hot. Yeah. So you see how that stopped? Because I didn't have the loop engaged. Okay. Hey, there we go. Just that simple. All right. So we're gonna add some drums to it. All right. Hey. Yeah. Hey. So what I'm doing, I'm looking to see. I got some drum racks already done. There we go. That's what I was looking for. No. Okay. It's because I haven't been using it a lot. Okay. Whew. Whew. Why is this doing that? Oh man. It's not in here yet. All right, so I don't want to do that right now because I want to do a project. I don't want to do a project. I don't want to do a project. So we're just gonna go through the sounds. We're just gonna create a drum rack. I didn't want to do that either, but that's what we're gonna have to do. All right. So I got 2 audio tracks, right? So let's do this. Let's do right click and insert a MIDI, and we're gonna add a drum rack. Okay. Now there's a whole lot of stuff you can do with these. Okay. A whole lot of shit you can do with these. And we will get to these. But, alright. Let's see. There we go. So, drum rack. Alright, let's see. Where's that? Alright, it's right there. So, I'm going to control it from my my S9 controller, okay? Alright, where was I at? I think it was down here, actually. Yeah, there we go. Woo! I like that one. That might be it. Nope, I need something harder. Yeah, we'll do that one. Let's add that. It's a delay. I don't like that delay. So what we're gonna do is, and it shouldn't be a delay actually. The latency is actually pretty good. I don't know why it's a delay. There should not be a delay. So So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna record that. It's real simple. So, I mean, that's cool. That's significant. I want to speed it up a little bit, though. want to roll right here. So so there's some cool things you can do with this. I just wanted to see what hats I had in here. I really these some dope hats, but this ain't really what I want. D1. Let's do D sharp, and then I'm gonna put. Let's see. So I want to show y'all something real quick. It's called a MIDI effect. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a MIDI effect on here. Actually, no, I can't do that with this one, the way I got it set up. But there's a way that you can put them on here where you pretty much play your drums like a chord, and it pretty much plays it like an ARP. You trigger them like a chord, and it plays it like an ARP, like an arpeggiator. And you make some real dope percussion loops doing that. Really dope percussion loops. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn this down. So in here you got a mixer for it also. Okay. So that one, I want to turn that one down some. And you can do it from here too. There's other stuff you can do. So let's do this. We're gonna overdub. See? So I added that. But what I want to do is so because I did that, I didn't want to do that right there though. So I just want to quantize those hats. Okay. I don't want to quantize the whole thing. I just want to quantize the hats. I just want to fix the hats. So what I'm gonna do is just quantize those. got that. So we got three things going. We got a little groove going, right? So now I want to add, I don't know, let's say a piano. So we add another MIDI track. So instead of going to theirs, I'm going to go to mine, my stash. Okay. And then I just want to add a chord or two. All right. So what I'm going to do is, because I want to actually add a few things to this, I'm going to go to the instrument rack. I'm going to create an instrument rack before I add my VST to it. Okay. So I dropped that instrument rack in there. Now I can do this. I can go to a MIDI effect and I can add a chord or an arpeggiator effect. All right. Now I'm gonna show you how to work this. All right. So now we need to add a sound. All right, plugins. We're just gonna, where's my Diva at? Some dope sounds in this Diva. I don't really play with it enough. So let's find the Diva. Where is Diva? Oh, under UHE. There we go. All right. So we're gonna add that there. The bad thing about Diva, it is a it is a processor killer. You hear that cracking? I know what I'm looking for. That can work. I think that's what I wanted. Sorry for the crackling, y'all. I got a lot of stuff running in the background right now. That's not what I want. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's crackling. It's crackling. So let's do this. Let's boost this up a little bit. It's struggling right now. And I got 16 gigabytes of RAM in this. It should be more than enough, you would think. All right. You change that to mono, and you got that classic R. Kelly. Woo, woo. You got that classic. So I want to find the key to this real quick. So it's B or E, one of them. All right. So this is what you can do with chord. Now, yeah, let me turn complete off. I'm not complete, control off. Because now I just cheat and do it through control. So I'm not going to do that. So we're going to do it through here. Okay. Let's go over. All right. So I put in that chord MIDI effect, right? So my root note, we're going to go with E. Okay. So my next note, what do we want? See how I did that? See how I did that? Yeah, that's hot, right? Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go 5. That 5? Can't see. Yeah. Let's go 5 and then 1, 2. Say 1, 2. Let's go 3 down. Let's create an inversion. See what I just did there? Alright, so that's not working. So here, let's find a chord first. G. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. This is a hard key to find. I can't find it. Actually, you know, let me put a piano in here. I think that'll help. Let me find a piano. I think that'll help out a lot. Piano. Well, y'all saw how to use chords. How to use chord. What is that called? MIDI effect. Here, let's just find a piano. I can't hear it with that. Honestly, maybe I can't find that because I don't think anything should go with it, actually. Maybe a couple of effects, maybe? That could be it. So I don't like the way that that's hitting. So I can clean it up, which I probably will in another beat, another example, not example, video. Just talking about how you can clean it up with some EQ and stuff like that. But instead, right in the beginning, I think I just need to take it up one transit. So I'm taking it up one semitone down here. Let's see. All right, real simple. Like I said, it wasn't gonna be nothing spectacular because I just wasn't feeling creative today. But I think you get the gist. All right. So what I'm doing is I selected the hi hat, right? Where did I put the hi hat at? Oh, right here. All right. So here's the hi hat. So I turned the filter on. I selected a high pass filter. The depth. Now I'm putting it on the frequency. So I'm pretty much taking all the low out. And then there's tons of things you can do with this, whatever. I could put another device in here, and then I can make it where I'm mixing with inside drum rack. It's pretty freaking incredible if I actually delved into it. But I usually just try to do all my stuff up here. But all right, let me add an effect. I do want to add an effect. So let's pull up a Alteria, and I'll add an effect, and then we'll get out of here. I know it's pretty painful. So I just grabbed another MIDI file. All right, there we go. So I'm bringing it up. Man, this is small on the screen. Type. Man, that is small. There we go. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. This is, yeesh. This is tough. I can't see it. Hold on, let me zoom in on this. Options. Oh man, it's not gonna let me zoom in on that. Ooh man. I'm sorry, I gotta put this on the other screen so I can see. Sorry, y'all. Alright. Man, that was brutal. Why is it so small? Jesus. That's horrible. There we go. Okay. That was nothing. just a little bit of flavor. I couldn't figure out how to get out of it. Ooh, what's that sound? Too gross. I mean, I'm not hearing that one. Not significant. All right, so we got all of that. Let's put that on mute real quick. So we got all of that. Actually, let me turn that release down. That's what that is. Where's the release? Man, this is so small. Why is this so small? Man, that is crazy. All right. So what I'm gonna do is now we're gonna print this to audio. Okay, to be able to mix it. I'm just inserting audio tracks. Okay. Control R, sample loop. No sample. Then I'm gonna turn this to loop. Loop. So I'm doing this all from the session view. Launch view. I usually do all this from the sample view, but I'll do another video of that. Control R. What is that? Drum. So, and there's a way to channel the drums also. I'll show y'all that a little bit later. That's a little bit more in depth. But we'll see. We'll see. Hold on a second. We'll see. Effect. Command R effects. All right. So let's see. Drum rack. All right. So you pick your source, audio from. It makes sense, right? Drum rack. Then it asks you what sound do you want. So we're gonna do the drums. Okay, we're gonna do all of them. Control D. Control D. D. What was it? 4? No, 3 sounds. 4 sounds. All right. Control R. Kick. Whoa. No, we don't want to do that. Control R. Kick. Snare. Control R. Snare. Control R. Hat. Control R. Hat 2. Okay. So it's all drum rack. So now we're going to select the kick. So you can do the effects, post effects, or the mixer. So we're going to do pre everything, okay? For this. Okay. That's the kick, snare, pre. Hi-hat, pre. Other hi-hat, pre. Actually, we got another kick. So let's do this. We actually got 2 kicks. Control D. that doubles it, that duplicated it for me. So pretty. I don't remember if I recorded something with that kick. So Control R, Command R, excuse me, 2. All right. So for this one, we're gonna go sample loop. Where's that one at? I think it's 23. Yep. Then we're gonna go to percussion loop. It's 24. And then we're gonna go effects. Okay. Where are we coming from? Remember? Coming from the MIDI device. Pre-effect. Okay. Actually, because we did some stuff to this, we're actually gonna print this. I normally wouldn't, but I just want you to see that you could. So I gotta set the post mixer. So everything that's on the mixer is gonna come through to there. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna highlight all of this, the audio that I want to sample to. Okay. Highlight it all. Shift. Boom. Then I'm gonna go Command, and I'm gonna click each one. See how I got each one highlighted now? And I don't want this one. Okay? So it's just these, the effects. All right? So let's see if I can switch these now. Okay? See, they're switched. So this is all the session view now. So now I'm finna print all of these to audio for me to mix later. Okay? In a little 8-bar loop. Ready? Now we can pick the hard record. 1, 2. It's already labeled, found it, that's color coded, all that's there. Even the MIDI information is all over here now. Okay. All right, let's do that. Let's delete that. That little edge. I just don't like having that stuff there. All right, boom. So now you're there. Copy and paste and build as you want at this point. Okay. I'm just doing the MIDI stuff, but we don't have to have the MIDI stuff. Actually, we're not going to have the MIDI stuff. Control D or Command D, excuse me. Boom. Now you can go in here and edit as you want to your audio. Arrange it how you want. So you click this button right here, and that does your session view. So now you're playing just what's in the session view. So now the rest of this stuff, you can get rid of all of that other stuff with it. So here, let's do this. Let's highlight all of these. Shift, click. Let's change all of these to no input. We don't want no outside stuff coming in. So, but these, you can delete all of these. Here, let's do that to these too. No input. Because you're not getting nothing. Let's do that. Let's turn all those off. So now they're off. They're absolutely off. Now, and then you can use the other screen to mix while you're looking at the audio, using the launch view to mix. Effects, right? I remember with that effects, I didn't like how long it went. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this. Yeah, that'll work. And I'm gonna loop. So now it comes in every 4 bars. there's all kind of stuff I can do, dropping effects in here to get it all cleaned up, which I would do. You can route some things to the bus. Here, let's do that. So I like working in this section when I'm mixing. I'm sorry. Let's do this. So since all this stuff that we working on, it drains memory capacity, whatever. So, well, you can turn that stuff off. Okay. All right. So I like to work in this view anyway when I'm mixing and stuff. So I went back to launch view, and now all this stuff is accessible to me from here. Okay. So little simple things. Let's. All right. The drums. Let's put the drums together. Remember, I shift one end to the other. Command G. Now we just grouped them. We pretty much created a bus. Let's label that drums. Command R. Drums. Now I want to solo this because I want to space out my drums and stuff, get them all squared away in here. All right. Add some reverb. I have some reverb stuff that I set in my default template. So I have the complete. I like bright drums, so I like to add that to my hi-hats. So it's the ascend. See that? Ascend. See that? So side chaining, real simple in Ableton. Okay, I'm going to get a compressor. Okay, I'm just going to drop it in there. All right, just drop it in there. You gotta press the upgrade for whatever reason. I don't know why they just didn't fix that. All right, turn the side chain on. Oh, I did it on the wrong one. I'm sorry. We're gonna put that on the sample, and then we're gonna let the drum trigger that. Okay, so we're gonna put it here. Compressor, sample. Remember, we got to upgrade. Side chain. Select the drum, the kick drum. Well, for me, how you want it to engage. I want it to be immediate, pretty much. side chaining. Real simple, real easy. Now you can add all kinds of stuff to build it up and all of that, of course. But there's no reason right now for what I'm trying to show. I want this to go kind of wrap around me. So I put an auto pan in there. Put how much. The speed that I want. So on a delay, put some delay because I got delay on the C bus. Now, let's keep in mind when you're doing all of this, you have as many tracks as you want to do all of this. All right. And at the end of the day, even though it looks like this on this side, you're still working on this. That's all you're working off of. Okay? It's nothing significant. So usually I'll put a drum track. Oh, here, let me change that. Yeah. That's my headphone setting for when I'm working on the headphones. Yeah. Real simple, actually. Real simple. And I wasn't in the creative mood at all for that. Actually, let me save that. Save live set as. Find out where I want to put it. What is it we call it? What are we going to call this? Let's call it YouTube. Save. Save as a project called YouTube. Now, there's other stuff that I can do to it and stuff like that, but I'll build on that later. So it asked if I want to delete the temp files. Yes, I want to delete the temp files. You would say no to that if you were doing vocals. If you were doing vocals, you would say no, because then they would always be there for you. Because you might say, you know what, I prefer when we did take 3, you know, or take 22, whatever the case may be. So, but yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it. That's what we got. All right. It was really, it was a lot longer than it should have been. I'll be honest with you. Simply because I just wasn't in the creative space. But I usually do run through this a lot faster. And playing with it a little bit and stuff like that, I guarantee you, whoever you are, you'll run through this a lot really fast once you start really delving into Ableton, okay? Well, that's it. That's all I got for you guys. I'll see y'all later. Peace.